Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Hey, Mika, do you know the fatui? What are you doing?
You recognized me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news.
The brain cell.
It's just as well,
is
really, with
intact.
the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
No, it wasn't.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this.
We met her for like 1 second and she acted weird as hell first time.
People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways.
True.
This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
We live in a society.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
How did you save me from the balladine?
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, through the thunder, in the bolt and lightning, very, very frightening me.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me?
What? I'm glad I missed that.
Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no?
Nah, I'm good.
Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
The blank stare. Thank you ever so much, Aya-sama.
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
What happened?
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army.
Yeah, good luck with that.
With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine.
Listen, I kind of feel like in every other cutscene, they're introducing a new waifu. But there's literally been only one, like, tall, like, manly seeming dude in Inazuma so far. Okay, I don't want to sit here and argue about how old characters are. Okay, we're not going to do it. But I'm just a little bit annoyed that there's been like, every male character has been short. And, like, seems younger than child. It's been Kazuha. It's been this dog person. It's been this fucking Scaramouche guy. Like, it's just kind of annoying.
Well, anyway.
But there's a shitload of waifus.
Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again.
I can't even keep track of how many waifus they've had.
Belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand shrine?
She's sus.
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me.
This is why you rescued me?
You've met her, right?
You mean the Shogun?
I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
I'm not gonna say that. In that place?
Yes. The true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And
They both seem like
that mean
assholes,
that when
though,
the
so does it
battlefield
matter?
changed, so did the opponent?
I mean, they weren't that different.
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
What?
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence.
The world inside her mind.
She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity.
Wow, that seems like a really bad idea.
This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
So, she just lets the AI do all the work while she sits there doing fuck all? Don't tell Zhongli, he might like the sound of that.
You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Yeah, that's what I said, Paimon.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think?
Obviously.
The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her
She's
eternity
slacking.
is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
Still, what do you want from me?
The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt Decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it.
But you can't fix her.
The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt Decree?
Can you put other people's consciousness inside a sword too? Just like your own? Can you have like a Frostborn?
Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
Yeah, we are going to psychologically battle her.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
Why me?
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there.
It looks pretty bad. Like, she didn't even decorate it, man.
Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
We're gonna go the VR training? I guess it makes sense since the Shogun is pretty much... Okay, so she has locked herself in VR. And now we need to get good at the same game?
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy.
What?
That should be a big help, don't you think?
Oh, it's gonna be really hard?
The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't get hit, Five Head. It says avoid being hit. Oh. What? What the? Ah! How do I know what the fuck it's gonna do? What?
Take it easy.
Oh, I'm fucked. This is hard. Uh-oh.
Freeze!
What's this that says a final challenge?
What a workout!
Is that it?
So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What?
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
She's really a fox.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form.
Let's see it.
Dreams.
What? There's nothing wrong with being a furry.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia.
I can't watch you do this, Arthas.
Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least.
She's selfish as hell.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Base.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being?
No.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun training Phase 2.
Oh no.
Part 2?
Phase 2. That was easier than the last one.
Go! We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
To be honest,
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
yeah, that's my men you're talking about.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary, it is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
What's the plan?
Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of a sudden, you're entertaining guests? Paimon's really struggling to understand how you work.
She's busy, Paimon. Who's her guest?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Before you make a plan, making a plan, to make a plan you need to ask Twitch chat.
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
The Fatui did it to create the demand for delusions. There's a selling drugs, basically.
Yes. This is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
That's because they're getting a cut.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what
But
should we do?
we should just go straight to dealing with the
It
Shogun.
will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun.
Who?
I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Oh, but she was sympathetic,
She
so
also
she's definitely
appears to be
gonna.
standing right behind you.
Oh shit.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize her!
Wait, are they gonna arrest? Wait, is this a trap?
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
Oh man, are we about to convince her
As you
to?
wish.
Are we gonna convince her to? No way. I don't think so.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
She's probably okay with
The
that.
Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
It's not saying.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
She won't believe it.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his.
That's the name of her technique.
How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence.
3 days.
As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look.
What's a Gucci? What's a Gucci?
And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also, she will have to come with me.
What?
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
But
So scary. Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujusara here.
Oh, we don't have to go with her right now?
Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission.
It's after.
betrayal.
If there's no evidence.
Is that
Okay.
all in hand and good to go? Or...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Well, you didn't have any evidence, but shouldn't you set that up first?
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
The professional? The fuck is... Well, I really like her. I really like Gucci Yae. She's really cool. It's Sayu's friend.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human.
Wait, it's Sayu.
What's going on? Hyman's never seen one of these before.
You sure about that?
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth. Is this the professional you were talking about?
Oh my god.
She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Oh, wow, a ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques?
I love Sayu though.
What's the Shumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato
Wait, who?
Ayato and the Yashiro
Wait.
Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban.
Ayato?
However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
I have no idea what we're looking for.
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
The Yashiro Commission? Ayato!
Now you're following me.
Got
the
it.
Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends.
Well, how's she gonna help?
Don't
though?
forget, we're
She's
on a
as-
tight
she's
schedule
asleep.
here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
She's sleeping. She's not even... I guess she'll know what to do, though. She's the professional. She's the pro gamer.
Toma! Toma! You there? It's us! We're back!
I bet he has a beard now.
What brings you here?
Oh no. I imagine him walk in and he's like in a greasy shirt with a beard, eating top ramen.
Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Okay.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
You think that they're lying?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki.
Wow.
It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
So she made it so she has this puppet that's receiving all the information about what's going on in the nation from her subordinates. And the puppet just believes whatever they say. Is that right? I cannot imagine a more irresponsible way to lead.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
A distraction.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion.
You blow stuff up?
It's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that,
Suddenly
you
bright.
could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Is she asleep or is she listening? I don't know. That's why she's so sneaky.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
Food. Wow. Look how giant those rice balls are. Look how freaking enormous that is. Like, isn't that crazy?
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here.
Me too, Thomas.
This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here.
What about the puppy? Who's taking him out?
Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Take a bath?
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
No!
Still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Tomas, like Walter White in The Cabin. He's like, stay a little longer. I'll pay an extra 10,000. Mora.
All right. First, let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Okay. Off we go. Yeah, he's losing his mind. I don't blame him. Poor guy. They put him in a box and did not allow him to leave for most of the story. He just has to
I'm out
wait.
of here. Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person.
as it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Is it a bomb or is it a firework?
Paimon feels so nervous all of a sudden. Don't worry, it's just a firework. Come on, what's the worst that could happen? We'll give it a try.
Sure.
Thanks, Yoimiya.
We need to be here and wait. No one will see us doing it. Midnight. And no one's gonna know Yoimiya was involved either, because no one else makes. I mean, lots of people make fireworks. She's not the one.
You! The warrant is for your arrest! Freeze!
What?
Oh no, run!
It's. I can't go that way. Wrong way. I thought maybe it would be the night shift and they would be gone. But it's because they didn't try to get me in the day. They're just standing there in the day.
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
We have to trust Yoimiya.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
You better not. I thought you were the professional.
Is this really a good idea?
Why should...
Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Watch out for guards. And don't get caught. It's better to do this on this character. Anyone see me? No. I can't crouch.
Firework is this.
Oop!
By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, you are officially nuts.
Wrong way!
Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Ah! Shit!
Stop! I have orders.
Shit!
What kind of firework is this?
I almost made it! I almost...
Get blown off. Oh, uh-oh, they're all coming this way.
Stop! I have orders to search for a wanted criminal.
Yikes! What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Snaky. Be quiet, be quiet. Made it. That was easy. was so easy.
Well, how did it go?
Oh, you ran away. I don't know.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise. I feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning.
Because she's rolling constantly.
I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious. Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
My lady, what are we looking at?
I love this character, I really do.
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to
Relatable.
present to the Shogun.
She's like there to do the bare minimum and leave, so she can go back to sleeping.
In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui.
Oh shit!
It seems that Gujiyaya was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiyaya. I trust she will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui and Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
I bet.
Again, we'll just have to
bet you
trust
do.
Gujiyaya. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Let's find Gucci Eye. Hey, I ranked up. We got the evidence. We have it all written down. Their whole plan. They left it right out in the open.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you managed to get any sleep at all?
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my clan. So, where is your proof?
She is having problems.
Ah, how wonderful.
She's in
Everyone's
turmoil.
keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this?
Official Tenryou Commission document. Praise be to the great and excellent Ogosho, the almighty Shogun, whose glorious lightning fills the skies. May your eternal way spread to the furthest seas. May your mighty name resound like thunder in every corner of the realm. The Vision Hunt decree proceeds at great pace and without obstacle, by the grace and might of your excellency. The wayward have been quashed, and the deserters have returned. All in the land bow to your will, with reverence and gratitude in their hearts. Peace now endures throughout the land of Inazuma, thanks to the divine power of your excellency.
I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery.
He told her it's all hunky-dory.
I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention?
There's more.
Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
Because they're working
For
on
the
it.
sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
I have a confidential letter.
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun, too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they? Ugh!
Oh man, she's gonna go ballistic.
This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Holy shit.
Kujo-Saurus
You should grab her.
pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway.
If we should follow her.
Yep, let's catch up with her.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
What?
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct? You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need.
How the fuck am I gonna do that? I'm gonna open her heart to me. How the fuck is
Take
that?
this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The Omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought
Oh.
I'd put one aside for you.
This is what I need. This will work.
If you find yourself at
Yeah,
your wit's
that's
end,
what I need.
take it out and see what happens.
That's it.
Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye.
Pog.
Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Cut it out, Foxy. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
You followed me here? You've got guts, I'll give you that.
You need backup.
Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Lead the way.
Good. Out of my way!
Whoa.
I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
What has she got? A bow?
Things are about to get dicey. Quiver!
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane?
Got a
How
hair in
dare
my
you
face.
disregard my orders?
I got a hair in my face. Okay.
Master,
Go on, ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters. You stole them.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand.
Will he lie?
Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryou Commission really betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it.
He didn't try to lie or anything.
Diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decrees upheld.
Must have been a pretty good reward.
For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time,
Wow, what an
it
idiot.
appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve?
everything they wanted?
When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Oh my god, this dude. He's just overconfident in her power.
Yeah, he doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior, especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
True, he does. He is way too into it.
Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors.
He's gonna say we're loyal to our clan. I
It's
bet.
clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that. As would the former head of our clan.
This guy's deranged.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
There's no point in trying to argue.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path?
Wait. Wait. It reminds me of what the brother said. What Ether said. He said you need to reach the end of the path before you know what's right. What the fuck? We might be the baddies.
But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile.
It won't matter, right? It's just like his puppet that... How much can it even process? Like how much information?
Report to
can-
the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat. A harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not her again!
That's what I said, Paimon!
Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
I thought it was Lisa.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
We gotta stop her here.
Sarah stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now?
Either way, we have unfinished business.
You can say that again! Alright
With
then,
Signora.
let's do this!
Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Quest goal is in Inazuma. Look at this piece of work. What a dickhead.
Long as we have the Muso no Hitotachi, the people of Inazuma have nothing to fear. A self-evident fact. Yet Sara is blind to it.
He's one of these might makes right people. Which would, you would think that would make him worried about me. Okay. But clearly. we haven't killed enough gods yet. For people to be worried.
I'm out of here.
We need to build our reputation more. Did she leave behind the trail of death? No, they're alive. She gutted everyone on the way! What? Oh, shit! Another one. This is where the Raiden Shogun dwells. If your guess isn't off, you're about to meet Signora again. No. Oh, it's like we go straight to the battle. Okay, we're right into it. We gotta kill her this time. I feel like it won't work.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no!
No.
What has she done to Kujusara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
But we're not Inazuman.
Then I apologize, almighty Shogun.
Signora.
I know. You can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
No, you're the one thinking about me all the time.
Ah, so you came to expose
You're
my
obsessed with
crimes
me.
in front of the Shogun?
Uh-huh.
I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
Objection.
She doesn't take us seriously at all.
For all who have lost their vision.
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity.
Eternity.
Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? In their tiny little lives?
Who gives a shit about eternity?
Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong.
For the people of Liyue, you imperil.
That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge.
That is true. I can be petty.
The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices. That's all.
Time to put a stop to this.
Stop me?
I bet I can kill her. Oh, I bet I will kill her right now.
For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well.
Oh, shit.
Someone quite so foolhardy.
Oh, no. It's that part in the anime where the character looks up like that.
Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're
About to go ballistic.
Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully.
Who is she? She ain't shit, man.
Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
Oh, yeah?
I challenge you.
Oh, what? She talked.
To a duel before the throne.
She talking.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too.
Yeah.
I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what you want?
Of course.
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Wow, she's really tall. What the fuck? Why can't my character be tall?
A lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
She's the competition. We gotta get rid of her, man. Can I hit her in there? Kind of.
Eyes on me!
We need the heat. It's cold. Shiva? What? Can we turn it up more? All right.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
It's flame. Is it okay to do this in here? Like, isn't this building made out of... What?
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Gotcha.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Oh, man.
Not every wound will heal.
That's not gonna work. Oh crap, I was out of rank!
Way I go!
Who dares
Can we kill it?
call me a witch?
Quietly now.
I mean, the fight is cool.
Not
The
every
fight is
wound will
great.
heal.
Can't touch me!
So strong, but how?
It's for child. You're in my way. Oh, shit.
Diplomat, you know what happens if you lay a finger on me.
What?
If you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma.
Oh, no!
Stop!
Oh, no!
And you!
Oh, she's pissed!
Filthy rats! All
Filthy
of
rats!
you!
Filthy rats!
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
No, we gotta show her the piece of paper from...
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
Why am I having my yandere psychotic break right now? Mine. All mine.
Strike from the Shogun and now Senor is gone.
She's dead.
Got what she deserved.
She got what she deserved.
Can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache?
No, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm good.
Paimon feels unsettled.
It's an active time maneuver. It's active time maneuver. I'm good. Doing good. The Muso no Hitadachi.
Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful.
We need this power
Seems
too.
impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Yay, Miko's plan. That's what the paper.
So, to recap, Yae Miko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while?
Her face! Nah.
The sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe.
Don't worry, Paimon.
Traveler,
They'll all get what they deserve.
you're so silent.
I'm fine. I've never felt better. It's so loud.
Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshukaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
The day of judgment is at hand. Here we go. We'll be fine. That's right. That's what we need.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
What? Another... His friends went activated, now he's going too? What the fuck? Holy shit! Is that it? It was like 5 seconds! Oh no, it ran out! It worked for a second! Wait, what? Wait, what's going on over there?
What do we do? They're no match for her.
Back in the fucking Frostmourne shit.
So we meet again.
Quick question. What the
Indulge my curiosity.
fuck is wrong with you?
What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again?
Well, maybe you'd know that if you went outside your sword every once in a while.
Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Fuck you. And your vision hunt.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this.
Look, if you wanted to do an eternal meditation, at least have the decency to retire first, like Zhongli.
If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Oh, so you know everything that's going on, but you just don't give it. Okay.
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity.
Okay.
The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval.
So is this what you've been doing in here? You've been doing a little Zen garden. Is that right?
The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
It comes at great cost. She doesn't give a shit about the people. It's damaging.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity.
But it's... Oh my gosh, she's so exhausting.
What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams.
What?
Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not?
Tepe.
Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
I'm just gonna change the subject, yeah. So this is the place you got here, okay. You made it? You decorated it?
That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
I'm not here to debate your ideas. I'm here to demolish them.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me. Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
Oh, we're fucked, man.
I'm about to pass out over here.
She's gonna pass out.
I'm about to pass
We're
out
fucked.
over
We're
here.
fucked.
Inferior.
Oh! Hey, I did it. It's fine. Okay, it's fine actually. Yes, that's what
Me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko,
It's hard.
this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you?
No.
Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you.
What?
Now then.
Oh, the
close your
people
eyes.
killed. I mean, not killed, but their visions that I touched, and I heard them. And all their dreams and all their aspirations that she fucking stole from them is my burden.
We can abolish the Vision
It's
Hunt.
my responsibility.
Power that ended
wishes. If I can't get any of my own wishes, then at least they'll get theirs.
Higher, higher, here's on fire!
Busted. Quietly now. Here comes your catch.
Oh my god, the song.
Your verdict is decided.
Bye! Come on
All
out!
desire can be broken.
Oh, don't go in there, Aoi. What a song. Is that it? Wait. Okay. Really good. Soundtrack.
Lost, eh?
Submit!
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
When people move forward with all their might, and even take over the work of the gods.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Yes.
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward.
Kinda, yeah.
So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
Wishful thinking is the name of the game, girl.
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way.
Maybe she's just crazy. Like, maybe she's just insane.
When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet,
Snack.
something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else,
Wow.
we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned.
Based. Beautiful cutscene, but wrong.
When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
It's just only unchanging for her. Like, that's it. She can't see beyond her own cleavage.
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity?
She's like, it's not. She's like, yeah, it's not even that good.
Stripped of ambition,
Why would you say
stripped
that?
of the potential for change. It does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Are we gonna just burn it all?
Miko, retract your words. Never
She didn't like
changing
that.
eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You gotta work. You gotta go back to work, man.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
Sigh. It's not working. Well, no, we're not gonna get through to her. That's just
But
nuts.
eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me.
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself.
True, she let herself go, didn't she?
It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
Yeah.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world.
Oh shit. It changed.
So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity.
Oh no, we'll be here a while.
So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
But what about... Can I... But what about the quest?
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Okay, but will you, like, do your job?
But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart.
But what about the resistance
Beyond the plane of
and the
euthymia,
commissions?
she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds,
Okay,
to bring
so
victory,
they're welcomed in.
to inspire hope.
Wow, she
But
did.
some
She is
ambitions-
working. She's doing her job.
Outlive their masters, long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true. For all eternity.
So I guess, yeah, Miko started telling her what she needs to do
Anyway,
to get her shit together.
is the Vision Hunt decree abolished?
It was really all yay Miko. Like, she's the one who, like, she's really the true ruler here.
Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yai Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
I love Paimon.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
It was, you know, she just showed up, so I had to do it.
Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once.
Yeah, I know.
They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Or did they?
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
Wait, they did take it?
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what?
You did what now?
Oh, man.
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly?
So it's long gone, now we gotta go track it down?
The balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
So you'll have me do it.
You did... for once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Why did you even have it?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it.
Why don't she put it on the sword?
As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict.
So basically the Fatui will get the Gnosis in every zone. Look, no matter what, they're gonna get it.
Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
I'm so proud of yourself.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
You should have made a fake one. Never knew I could fetch such a high price.
Well, what's done is done. And Paimon hardly thinks we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past.
We are gonna get it back.
So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
Oh yeah.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not?
Wait. Has it?
As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past.
Has it?
What would you like to know about?
About my brother.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced.
Maybe you can ask A.
Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
No,
That's
it's not
good to
her.
hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban.
Ayato. I haven't met him yet. Is Inazuma over?
I'll let you know
But
if
I haven't
find
met
out
him.
anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
About the puppet.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you
There's
mean there
another
are
one?
3 Raiden Shoguns?
No, the prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test.
What does it look
The
like?
original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
What?
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications.
So he's like a robot, but he's not that smart.
The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
Okay.
What the?
Is the
What a crazy story.
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
those are demons though.
Twin gods?
Those are demon names.
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto.
So she's a demon.
As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact,
They were like
the
null
name
thought.
Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
I wonder who killed
Losing
him.
her sister must have been super hard on A.
Her, rather. Bet it was the Ether that did it.
That was when A began to change.
I bet
Nagato
Ether
was
did
her
it.
greatest loss.
My mom feels like she understands A a lot better
I don't know.
now after
I have no
finding
idea.
that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
In each moment, cherished the beauty of what was before her. So she understood what actual eternity is, which is the present moment.
Wow.
And A just didn't get that at all.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Sumeru?
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending.
That's every land for me and Paimon.
But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Okay. So we need
Knowledge
to bring
is
them
a resource?
the knowledge.
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Wait, can we pay with knowledge instead of money?
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Okay.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Of course. Does it mean I can summon you anytime to combat?
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it?
Yeah.
There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yae Miko, the wise and beautiful.
It's a little pretentious, don't you think?
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
To be reunited with my brother, I guess?
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above.
Yeah.
Something that shines in unison with fate itself.
Agreed. Like, she needs a better, new goal besides that. Because you met your brother and he's kind of rude.
Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility.
No, I don't need a vision. I don't need help.
Continue on your journey, and
That's
maybe
not
that
why.
moment will come to pass.
This is a quest of self-discovery as well. I felt like the last part here that we did today of Inazuma's story was significantly better. Like, this cutscenes and the fights with the Raiden Shogun was absolutely incredible. This character, Yae Miko, is amazing. I love her. And I felt like it got a lot more interesting, and there was a lot less bullshit happening in the story here in the last, what we did today compared to yesterday. The Kazuha moment was fucking incredible. Every time I say his name, I hear Kazoo. Kazoo. I felt like Act 1, like the first day in Inazuma, like Act 1. It was I felt like, oh, well, that's just a lot of exposition, and we're gonna have a much more nuanced story with a lot more political machinations that are more complicated, and so I'll be patient for the exposition because I understand there could be like a Game of Thrones level payoff here. I think though that the story sort of fell off when there were these mandatory character quests right after Act 1. Like, I don't think that they should have been mandatory at all. I felt like this 2 character quests, even though I liked the Yoimiya one, I feel like they really screwed up the momentum of the journey. Like, it felt almost like we hit a wall with the momentum of the plot during that. And not just because I strongly disliked Ayaka's quest and felt like it did her dirty as a very cool character who I didn't get to know very well, even though I spent a lot of time with her during that quest. So that wasn't my favorite. But I also kind of felt like this whole thing with a lot of the stuff with the resistance and helping them out felt like nonsensical. It wasn't clear to me where we needed to advance, what ground we need to gain, where we're losing ground, and like the kind of tasks that I was set on to help the resistance felt like unimportant. Like clearing out the Ronin camps in the rear was odd. Fixing the fence when there's a giant like opening in the fence, that was really strange too. It just wasn't. I guess it was meant to show me that the resistance is in a sorry state. Like they're not doing that well. And it was to get to know this guy better, who was gonna fall victim to the delusion. Things sort of picked up after, like with the delusion stuff happening, that's when things really picked up. Like from the moment you go talk to the guy and you see that like he's sick, after that, I would say from then on, it was like up and up and up. And it got much, much better after that. Man, the conclusion was so fucking good that it felt like a completely different team took over for the rest. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, I went from feeling like, okay, this is fine, to just losing my mind at some of the cutscenes that happened today with Raiden. It was amazing, and Yae Miko is such a fun character to have. I think that she's perfectly written to be sort of this almost like indifferent fox spirit who's out for her own interests but isn't like malevolent or anything. I feel like it's very difficult to write her the way they did, but it is spot on. It is perfect the way that they wrote her. So I love her. One thing I would say too about Genshin in general is that even when there were moments where I felt like the story kind of was dragging a little, I still was really looking forward to playing and doing combat and exploring and looking around and finding new places. Because like the game has, like the gameplay itself is fun. And especially all the new heroes they introduced. I think every single one of them was really enjoyable. I can't say that for Ayaka because I didn't get a chance to use her ult at all. So I feel like I didn't fight much with her. People also wanted you to watch this. Nothingness. Stillness. Eternity. It's like her friends she used to have, but gone. What? Wait. No, that's my character. I thought, wait, is this about my brother? But that's, in this teasers, they have it swapped.
Toma, Paimon! What is this place?
So was this released before Inazuma? Or what? Yes, just before. Who are these people that she was hanging out with? Who's that? Who's the cute fox girl? What happened to them? I guess that they are dead. It's like from a long time ago. Wait a minute. But that looks like the same. Oh my gosh, I killed her friend! Wait, who's that? Wait, who's... The Shiba from the tea house! He was there the whole time! He was one of her minions the whole fucking time! Little dude. Oh no. He knows. He knows. You said this video shows her losing all her friends and sister, essentially. Yeah, yeah. You can learn more about her friends in World Quest. Okay. So there's some, you're telling me there's some very important World Quest series that I need to do for background info. Like, I can't believe how fucking good this game is. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. Really been snoozing on it for so long because I was sitting on my high horse in my holier than thou attitude about the free-to-play mobile game. I feel so dumb for that. I really do. But in a way, it's good because now I can do a whole lot all at once. Based on what Yae Miko said, that her sister was someone who lived in the present moment and saw the beauty in like each passing moment. And that's like, I think that's where real eternity is. Like, there's nothing more eternal than the present moment. It's sort of this paradoxical thing that it is always changing. It's just like, you can't really capture it. Trying to capture the present moment is like trying to capture lightning in a bottle. It's just always getting away from you, but it is there. It's all we have. And yet it's not, and yet we'll never have it. There's something very beautiful about that. And this seemed to be something that her sister understood, like the previous Electro Archon understood. But she, being pushed into this situation, tried to emulate that, but in her grief could only emulate it poorly, not grasping the fundamental idea. In her grief, it became the selfish pursuit that isolated her. And, man, it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful story. I can't believe that they managed to explain all that shit to me in one day. That says a lot. I feel like we spent a couple of days faffing about, worried about all the different commissions and the revolution and all that, and then like all of a sudden, we just got their shit together. And we're able to tell an absolutely fantastic story.